Today I'm going to go over my component diagram and my class diagram for Lab 4. I have my component diagram pulled up here. As you can see, I have 9 different components, and so I'll just run through them really quickly. So first we have my web interface. The user interacts with the web UI to log in, enter data, and view predictions. The UI doesn't store or process data itself. It requires authentication, user data, and prediction APIs. We have the API layer, or my controllers. The controllers act as the middleman between the front end and the back end services. Provides authentication API, user data API, and prediction API that the UI depends on. We have my authentication service. It handles login and account creation. It provides the authentication API and depends on the database for storing credentials. The user service takes care of saving user entered data, provides the user data API, and also talks to the database. We have the prediction service. This is the heart of the app. It coordinates with the Python model runner to generate predictions based on user data and external data sets. It provides the prediction API back to the API layer. We have my Python model runner. This is where the actual machine learning model lives. It's implemented in Python. It pulls in user data from the database and combines it with external data sets to produce predictions. Also have the external data provider. This represents the outside data sources that our model will be pulling from, like the data sets the app doesn't own but consumes. And then we have our data access. This component provides a clean interface to the SQL server database and is used by the authenticator, the user prediction services. And then finally we'll have the SQL database. It stores user accounts, data, and prediction results. So just kind of a run through of the typical scenario from the user's standpoint. So the user opens a web app and creates an account or logs in through the UI. Once logged in, the user enters data, maybe personal information, or inputs for their predictions. The user then requests prediction, so the UI would call prediction API through the prediction service. The prediction service fetches user data from the database and sends it to the Python model runner. The Python model runner then combines the user data with external data sets and then runs the predictive model. The model sends prediction results back to the prediction service, which returns them through the API to the UI. And finally, the user sees their predictions on the UI and can interact with them. So this flows how all the components work together to deliver the app's core functionality. So that's it for the component diagram. I'll take a look at the class diagram now. So we start off with the user data. This class represents the raw input provided by the user. It has attributes like data ID, user ID, data input, or input data, and timestamp. And its methods allow validation and submission of the user data. We have our user class. The user class models application users. It stores credentials and profile data like username, password, email, and registration date. It includes methods to log in, create an account, and update a profile. We have our admin class here. Admins are modeled separately from users with their own credentials. They have methods to update users, update models, generate reports, and view user data. This shows a difference in like role-based functionality. Then we're going to our database. The database class extracts data storage. You can store and retrieve user data, predictions, external data sets. Predictive model and service depends on this class. So the predictive model, this class represents a Python model integration. It holds model ID, model type, and references external data sets. It can load models, run predictions, and retrieve external data. Notice the relationship with the database. It pulls user data from storage and stores results. So we have our interface. The interface class represents the session level interactions between the user and the app. It has methods for displaying predictions, handling interactions, and sending data to the model. Finally, we have our prediction class. This class represents the prediction outputs. It includes prediction ID, user ID, results, accuracy score, and timestamp. And its methods generate predictions and allow retrieval of results. So for my connectors, I was a bit confused on that, but I kind of just put them here so for a visualization. But as far as the relationships go, for user and user data, one user can have many pieces of input data. For database and predictive model, the model depends on stored user and external data sets. For the predictive model and the interface, the model sends predictions to the interface for display, and then the interface and prediction relationship, the predictions are linked to the session so the user can see the results. And that'll wrap up the class diagram, so that'll be it for Lab 4.